How are y'all? Bring the call. I'm back with another video. Okay. So I just want to let you know that God, He puts the first last and the last first. So you got to know that throughout all the things that you go through, it don't matter. It don't matter because let me tell you about me. I'll just tell you a little bit about me. Okay, so I used to be the type of girl that, like, I had low insecure. I was insecure. I didn't feel, like I can do the things that I'm doing now. I'm who the city talk about. I'm who the world talk about. I felt like I couldn't do things that God has called me to do. And, I watched this girl video. She said, many are called because everybody is called. Everybody has a purpose, but few are chosen. So everybody has a calling. Everybody has a purpose, but few are chosen because a lot of times people feel like they can't do it. And that's the enemy. So if you feel like you can't do it, and which I done been there, but what I did was I let God build me up. And that's what you gotta do. You gotta let God build you up because He is your creator. And God will build you up. He will make you into the person that you need to be. He'll take away every insecurity. He'll take away everything. He will make you fearless. God will work from the inside. So, God, He's your Father. He loves you. So I'm going to tell you about me. I used to be insecure. I used to have these insecurities. I used to feel like I wasn't good enough to do stuff. I used to feel like I couldn't do the things that I know that I can do. You feel me? The things that God has called me to do, I used to feel like I couldn't do it. Because, why? Because the enemy will come in, creep in into your mind and try to make you feel like you can't do stuff. That's what the enemy tries to do. Because the enemy is what? The enemy. Even though some people, they worship him and stuff like that. But they just falling up under the trap. So, I remember I was in an auditorium. Right? And I always wanted to do music, but I always felt like I couldn't do it. Because, you feel me? Because, number one, I had insecurities. I just felt like I was real shy. I was a little awkward. I felt like I couldn't do the things that I know that I could do, you feel me? And I felt like that for a long time. Like, I even went to start drinking. Like, I formed, a drinking addiction problem because, I really had a problem drinking that God had to... I went to the hospital and everything because I had this drinking problem. So I felt like I couldn't do it. I had insecurities. I felt like I just felt low. I just felt low completely. And God, what He did was He worked from the inside of me. So I remember sitting in the auditorium. I was like, God, okay, dang, I'm seeing everybody look at me. I'm seeing everybody, they notice me. I'm seeing everybody I always felt a little special, but I'm seeing all this stuff, and then I just felt less than. I just felt down. I just felt damn spider web on me. I just felt less. I just felt little. I just felt like I wasn't able, like, everybody's in the auditorium, they was performing their songs, you know, they was singing, they would rap, and I always wanted to do music, you know, so I'm an artist, and I'm like, dang, I don't think I could get on that stage, but, you know, sometimes we'll always have people that will pay attention to us. Like, I always had, you know, teachers and stuff that paid attention to us, but in a messed up way. Like, they probably catch an attitude with you, or just have some type of act hostile towards you, or, you know, have some type of negative energy towards you. That's because you special and they know that you chosen. That's because you special and they know that you chosen. Because they can feel it. But many are called, few are chosen. Because there's many people out there that feel like they can't be the person that God called them to be. They feel like they just can't do it. Like, they just can't do it. Like, dang, I don't know. I don't know if I can be them. Well, I want to speak to y'all. I know I'm 6 minutes in this video, but I hope I'm speaking to y'all, because I done been there before. But the thing is, when you stay in that hurt, when you stay in that pain, when you stay down there and you don't seek God, and you run to other things, and you run to alcohol, and you run to drugs, and you don't seek Him, you ain't gonna be nothing but hurt. You're gonna be hurt, you're gonna be down. You're gonna be hurt and down. You're not gonna feel, you know, like the person that you need to feel. You could be like everybody else. Don't be like everybody else. Be different. Be chosen, because you're chosen. You're called. God called you. I called your name. God used to hear me, I used to, like, because sometimes God would speak to me through, like, songs and stuff. And a song that He would speak to me from is, like, He would say, like, I called your name. It's like a melody. I just randomly be like, why am I thinking about that? I called your name. God called me and I answered. God called me years ago. You know, and He called me years ago. But it's things that I went through that made Him, it's things that I went through that when He called, I was going through things. And as I was going through these things, you know, God, I started to seek God. I started to seek Him. So, you know, many are called, few are chosen. Because when He calls you, if you don't answer, and if you don't have obedience to step out and do the stuff that He tells you to do, how can He choose you? How can you be anointed? Like, how can He do that? He has to know that you're going to work for Him. Many are called, few are chosen. That's why I look around at and He will put the first, He will put the last first. I was last, y'all. I don't know if y'all knew me. I don't know if y'all heard about me, but I was so last. I can't even explain how last I was. I was just different. I wasn't the same. I was different in so many different areas, so many different ways. I just couldn't fit in if I tried. And I don't do it no more. I was just insecure. I started to run to drinking. To just like, because when I drank, I had that outgoing personality that I wanted to have. And I was just, drinking all the time. And God actually delivered me from that. So, and it took time. Because you're not perfect. There was times that I was just like, all right, I'm gonna go drink some more. But when he delivered me from it, I ended up in the hospital. You know, I had an irregular heartbeat and stuff like that. So, anyways, I'm gonna talk about that in another second. And matter of fact, I'm about to make another video, because God been telling me this about the traps that the enemy got set up and about what's going on in this world. Because I feel like it's not a lot of people, not a lot of us is talking about the things that God is exposing us, you know, that's going on in the world. Or not a lot of us prophets is talking about the reason why we are prophet anyway. The reason why God is lifting us up anyways. So not a lot of us is talking about that. So, you know, okay, so, yeah, many are called, few are chosen. When he calls you, when he calls your name. When he calls your name. When he calls your name. Your name. Your name, not nobody else. Says your name. Do you have the obedience to do what God is telling you to do? Do you have the obedience to actually go and do what God is telling you? Because God's telling you to do something. And with me, it did start with my friends, cutting some of my friends off and different stuff like that. Because you got to isolate yourself. He has to show you things. You got to be isolated. You got to talk to God and have a relationship with him. So many are called, but few are chosen. Many are called, but few are chosen. He called my name. I called your name. He called your name. I called your name. Did you answer? Are you doing what he tells you to do? Because I promise you, you're not going to regret it. You're not going to regret it. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I've been thanking God that he put me on the right track. Because he done revealed some things to me that I can't even... It's so much he done revealed to me that it's just beautiful. And I'm like, I was going down the wrong road. And I was taking the wrong route. And the best route to ever go down is to God. And you know another thing I realized? We often call him after we dig ourselves in a hole. Or after we fall in something, you know, after something happens, then we call on him. But no, seek him before so that he can protect you from things. And he'll let you know, hey, you're going to go through this. He's going to show you some dreams. But you get through it. He puts the last first. He puts the last first. The last first. You were last. They didn't choose you. They don't see the beautiful things in you. They don't see your true beauty. He didn't see your true beauty. She didn't see it. You couldn't work at that job. You wasn't good at that job. You wasn't good working at that job. You did a bad job. You thought you couldn't work at no job. You didn't know what you would be able to do. I remember I was in like a special ed, I had a special education class and at my high school, when I was in 11th and 12th grade. And I remember when I got out, my mama was like, this good lady just gets on my nerves sometimes. But she was like, why can't you keep a job? I'm like, I don't know. They keep saying I'm moving too slow. Because, fast food, they be like, oh, you're moving too slow. You got to hurry up. You got to do this, that, and third. And by the time you move too fast, you already messed something up. And I don't know, I feel like she thought I was slow. She was like, She was like, She was like, maybe, they can help you. You can call that little place. I think they got a place that in high school where they had you signed up to a program where they can help you. They can help you, get a job, and maybe they can help train you. And I'm like, who wants to work a job? You know how frustrating that makes me? They talking about a job. Work. No, you gotta work, and then God will help you. No, you gotta do this and start your business, and then, no, you gotta allow God to direct you to the steps, because you don't even know what He wants you to do. What are you doing? Like, are you doing what He's telling you to do in the first place? You think you're finna be able to call on God after every time, and He answers every time afterwards. And He'll come through afterwards because He loves you. But why do that when you can be on the right track anyways? Don't worry about when God calls you, because God already called you, because you was called when you was born. When you walk out there, don't worry about nobody talking about a job, why you not working, why you not doing this, when God is telling you, overflow is here. You done passed. You done got your reward. Don't listen to that, okay? Because you're going to have people tell you that. Because why? Because many are called, few are chosen. When you step out and you connect with God, He will give you knowledge and wisdom. So, if you don't got the wisdom, if you didn't walk to God and seek Him and stuff, you're not finna have the wisdom, right? So, you can't really talk to somebody that don't got the same mindset as you. I know it's a little off, but you can't really talk to somebody that don't got the same mindset as you. He'll make the last first. They not gonna understand that until you until you start speaking to them, and they'll get it. But they gotta be open. Their mindset has to be open to these things. Like, they gotta have an open mindset to stuff. Some people, their mindset is strictly on, nah, you gotta work. No, I don't think that's how God works. I don't think that's how it is with God. No, you gotta get a job and then you call on God. Like, they don't understand. When you have a true relationship with God, you talk to Him every day. That's how you can tell somebody's not talking to Him, seeking Him all the time. Because when you seek Him all the time, you gain knowledge. Not just go to church, not just listen to the pastors. You gotta seek God. You gotta talk to Him, have a relationship with Him. Because they won't understand. They won't understand. Some people don't understand where you come from. But it's up to us as prophets to get them to understand, you know. But sometimes dealing with your family and stuff like that, your family or your friends, or, you know, you got people looking at you like you're lazy, you outside, you homeless, and they don't even know you a whole servant. You gonna have people that's gonna look at you. Let me put the emphasis on this. There will be a time where you're gonna have people look at you. Look. And when they see you, they will see what you're doing. And they will think whatever's on their mind about you. And they're going to tell the next person. And then the next person. And then the next person. And that person is going to tell the next person. And everybody going to be confused. They'll be like, hold up. I thought she was famous. Hold up. I thought she had money. Hold on. I thought she was talking to him. Hold on. I didn't know she was gay. You can look at a person and see their position, the way they are positioned, and not truly see their position. You can look at a person and see the way that they are positioned and not truly see their position. Because I was homeless. But my position was I was a servant. I'm a servant. And I'm about to be blessed. And I'm serving God and God is using me. See, I only played a role. I was playing a role. Playing a role, like I'm successful now. I got billions of dollars now. I got money now. I got it now. But I'm playing a role right now. Because whenever God uses you, and God uses you and positions you, He will use you and it will look different, thank you, Jesus, in the eyes of the people. One person will see something differently and another person will see something differently, and they will gain knowledge from what they see. Like an example, they can see me walking around on the street, just walking, me being me. They can think, oh, she is so stupid for being out here on the street like that. And another person could think, wow, she is so... That's a blessing. That's God. And you know what? This comforts me. I'm comforted. Because God is showing me that, hey, I'm here. Because there's no way she would have been able to get out of that situation if it wasn't for God. But another person could see an immature, childish-minded, dumb-minded female, young female on top of that, just walking. So I'm playing different roles because my God is using me in different ways while I do what He tells me to do. While I do what He tells me to do, He's using me in different ways. And I'm playing different roles in the eyes of the people. And you're not supposed to feel like I'm stupid. That means it's fear in you. Well, I'm pretty sure we don't, the ones that saying that now don't make no sense, because why am I still here? So you just give God His credit. You acknowledge that was God. But another person that wouldn't really know what was going on in my life would think that, oh, I'm just an immature little girl walking around here, you know, about to get sex trafficked, ain't got no knowledge, then it's nighttime. No. I only see half of what God is doing in my life. I don't see it all. I only see half of it. I just see, like, okay, when I'm walking, I was out on the street and I was homeless. He kept me safe, and it brought some women happiness. And it let them know that, hey, you're safe. And then it was in Miami, and it's just, like, mind blown. Like, how? Like, what is going on? But God will reveal things to you as time passes. I'm like, all right. Then God showed me that, hey, it's people that look up to me. And, hey, like, as you walk up this side, you go down this slide or whatever, this dark slide. 'Cause I had a dream of this, like, big slide, and I didn't know where it would end up. It's like, as you go up this side, there's other people behind you. There's men behind you. There's women behind you. I'm using you. I'm showing them the route. As servants, I'm teaching y'all this. As servants, we all are like, we all have our own, like, people that we are going to draw to God. And it's going to be like everybody we run into, everybody that see us, people that know us, family members. He will use you in different ways, but he will keep you safe. And he's not going to make it seem like everything is going to be all right. Like you're not going to go through things, but whatever you go through, God will keep you safe through it. That's the truth. Whatever you go through, God will keep you safe, and he will teach you how to have happiness, teach you how to have peace. Because you can have peace in your dark places too. But you just got to know how to have peace in a dark place. Because it's truly not a dark place when God is inside of it. Because God is light. Jesus is light. So when you seek him, he brings light to dark places. You know how he said, let there be light? God is light. God is love. So, as a servant, God will be using you. He'll be using you, okay? And he's going to bless you. And whatever he do it. So whatever you do will prosper. And this is the way, open up your eyes to this new normal. Just like with the mask, the new normal, the normal way of thinking. Throw away your old mindset. Throw away the thinking of, oh, I'm going to have to, that sounds good. Oh, I'm going to have to go get this on my own. No, God is going to provide for you. Because if you don't let God provide for you, then what? Then you're not going to receive your blessings. Because if you're not able to provide for you, how are you going to be blessed? So you throw away the mindset that you used to have. No matter if, like, people that's older than you, family members, mama, your daddy, your uncle, your grandmas, they're all, I'm going to be real with you, they going to teach me the wrong thing. Everything that they got to say is the wrong thing. Because they were called, but they didn't do it. They didn't walk. They didn't do it, so you do it. You walk for your family. That's what you do. You take the ride, whatever Like, God will keep you safe until He ready to take you. God will tell you your next, and God will work through you. God will show you things. You will get married, have family, beautiful stuff like that. So, yeah, He'll put the last first, and the first last. Thank y'all. Love y'all.